Happy Thursday. What is it, June the what?
I have no idea. 14th?
14, 13, whatever.
It was 12th on Monday, wasn't it, I think?
Was it? Yeah, it was the 14th yesterday, I think, when I went to the...
Oh, it's 15th then.
Yeah, it must be 15th. Well, whatever it is.
Hello.
It's a Thursday. And Sue's here.
Yeah, we can agree on it being Thursday.
Yeah.
But as for the date...
I'm retired. Unless I make an appointment, days don't mean a thing.
Oh, I'm in training.
Oh, you're in training for being
Yeah.
retired? Yeah, but you're not going to be retired. You
No, I
be.
know, but...
She's not going to be temporary retired. She's
Yeah.
not really retired. She's not old enough to be retired.
I wish I were. Well, retired, not necessarily old enough to be retired, but...
No. But you see, you don't get your pension until you retire.
I know.
So she has to go back to work.
Yeah. Hey ho.
She's not one of the idle rich.
No chance to be a fine thing.
Yeah. Well, what am I doing? I'm crocheting a sleeve. And what is the sleeve for, you might guess? And by the way, no, I haven't sewn the others up. I made a top, which is going to get sleeves in. It's not finished yet because it's not got any bottom on it yet.
It feels lovely though. It's lovely
It's,
soft cotton, and it's actually called soft cotton. I think.
Yeah,
but it is. It's really nice.
Crinkle Crinkle. Sorry about that, folkies. Yeah, Cotton Soft by Ice is what it's called. It's quite slim. It's actually a number 2. Yeah,
But it is. It's lovely.
but it's lovely to work with. And I've got more colours.
Woohoo!
But one of them's black.
Oh,
Exciting. And next on my list is, look, Donna, will be this one. It'll be another, what they call Gulf Coast Shrub.
righto.
Gulf Coast Shrub, and it's knitting essential, and it's in a lovely shade of blue, but I've not started it yet, so you can't see it. So that's all I've got to show. That's me done. Have you got anything to show?
I've actually finished and sewn ends in.
Wow.
I know, it's frightening.
Scary.
Frightening.
Scary dairy.
It is.
Especially the ends finished.
Yeah.
It's an FF, it's a finally finished.
It's a finally finished.
It's
right,
an
how
FF.
high do we have to go with this now?
Well, that'll be fine, I think.
So there we go. It needs blocking,
Yes.
but I'm really quite pleased with
I
how
think
that's
that
come out.
looks
I
lovely.
think that has
Mm-hmm.
come out really rather nice.
And the pattern is from a chart for a doily or something
Yeah.
from Pinterest, so please don't ask me for a copy of the pattern. Because it doesn't exist.
No. It was one of those things, you know, where I just sort of tried to...
She sees a doily
Yeah.
pattern and she just translates it into
Yeah.
whatever, which none of us can do.
Well,
So I'll get a comment saying, can Sue tell me where the pattern is? No, she can't. She's
I
on
can't.
Pinterest.
It's on
Can't tell you.
Pinterest.
Sorry to tantalise you folkies, but
and it is for a full circular doily, so that I sort of like had to do a bit of
she only
maths.
did half of it.
Yeah.
See what I mean? I can't follow it. See what I mean? So you've got no chance. Unless you are
I had to
really...
do a bit of maths and a bit of juggling. for
Unless
the
you're good at juggling
start
and
things.
maths, and if you want the pattern as it stands, it doesn't exist.
Oops, sorry.
So sorry, folkies. And no, we're not doing a tutorial.
Do you know what? There's a
I'm not doing a tutorial. Anyway.
there's a designer on, she's on Ravelry and Etsy and God knows what else. Quite a well-known one. Her work is beautiful, and she advertised these patterns.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh,
Yeah.
I'll have a go. So I paid for these patterns and I got hand-drawn charts.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much of anything else, and I was a bit disappointed because they cost rather a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, she got this other shawl on her Etsy,
Yeah.
and I messaged her and said, is it your own pattern or is it, you know?
Yeah.
And she admitted, she said it's not her pattern, it was a Russian pattern.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But no, she wasn't handing it out. I thought, well, hang on a minute, I didn't even ask.
No.
For it to, you know.
Hang it out, no.
So anyway, a couple of years later when I went on Pinterest,
Yeah.
and after about 6 months I found this pattern, and I thought,
Excuse
you
me.
know, come on, It's out there in the public domain.
She could have given you a link.
But hey ho.
Some women are like that. Some people are like that. It's
No,
not
what
that we
annoyed
won't share
me.
a
No,
pattern.
what annoyed me was that I'd paid nearly 20 quid for this ebook of patterns.
Yes, and it was pretty useless.
And it. You know when, you know, there are some patterns you buy.
Yeah.
And they're really worth the money.
Yeah. Like Doris Chan's, you mean?
Yeah.
They're really
and what
worth
have
it.
you.
Yeah.
But yeah, but even some of the other,
Yeah.
you know, less known designers.
Yeah, they
So-
really do. I mean, I've bought patterns and they've been like 12 and 14 pages
that
long.
was-
You have to find that on Pinterest.
Yeah.
And then work it out yourself.
Yeah.
In other words, forget it. But I mean, if there's a pattern for anything, I share it and I tell you the number of it. Don't share it
Yeah.
as in photocopy.
Oh, if
because
there's a pattern that's thingy.
if it's a pattern that you can get, I'll tell you. But if I don't tell you on here what the pattern is, you can guarantee there isn't one. Yeah. Like for this one, there isn't a pattern. There's similar patterns to this, but there isn't a pattern. It's one of mine. You know, I must admit I use the stitches from another pattern, but then I put my own stitch to it, which I'm prone to do. So, no, there isn't a
I've
pattern.
forgotten what edging I was going to do on that. You know, that was the one with the bubbles that I thought I can't
Oh
go all
yeah,
the
you
way
weren't
with
going.
bubbles.
She was going to do them like
And I've just
beads
thought,
with the
oh
bubbles.
yeah, I've discovered another edging. Well, I can't remember which edging it was, but that's nowhere near finally finished.
It's not an FF.
No, it's not an FF.
It's
the other
it's a
one
whip. It's a whip.
that's how can we say this? It's not quite finally finished,
Almost finally
but
finished.
it's near enough. Is the poncho?
It's an AFF. Almost finally finished.
Yeah. All it wants is the fringing.
Is that for your granddaughter's friend?
Yeah. All it wants is the fringing.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And you used your head for that one, did you?
What?
Is that your head?
Well, no, it's just your basic granny
Just
poncho.
a basic granny poncho that she's put a
Yeah, collar on.
Collar on it.
I think there's a lot of them knocking about because Attic 24, Lucy at Attic 24 did one.
I've got a pattern in one of the magazines from Crochet Today, whatever it was, a ladies' version that's got that kind of a neck. But it is a
But
ladies'
it's just
version.
picking up the stitches.
Yeah,
you know,
doing
from
front post, back post crochet, yeah.
That's the only pain. You know, you do about 10 rows and you think, oh, I've done enough
Yeah.
now. I've had, you know.
Zoe 24
But it
Carat
looks
Crochet,
lovely.
she does a whole lot of her stuff in that front and back, and it really makes my wrist hurt after a while. You know, they're constant doing
No,
this, doing
it's
this,
just-
doing this.
You just don't feel like getting anywhere
No,
with it, do
no.
you?
I
You know,
will
you
do
do
it.
it at first, the first 5 rows, you think, oh yeah.
I will do it on a rib of a cardigan or something.
Yeah.
But I have to be careful because I tend to do them very tight. And then when I put the cardigan on, it won't fasten around my hips.
I had to consciously,
Mm,
the last 2 or 3 rows,
yeah.
work it loose. Because you don't want it tight there, you want it to
Yeah.
sort of, you know,
Yeah, well,
sit round.
a lot of my patterns
know,
were
the
done
collar.
with the ribbing at first. And
Right.
I've learned now that I have to do my chain. Unless I'm doing that what's it called, FCS, that where you're doing a row at the same time as you're doing the crochet.
Oh
Doris
yeah.
Chan uses it, doesn't
Yeah.
she?
For, foundation, whatever crochet.
Yeah, double crochet or foundation single
Yeah.
crochet, yeah. Unless I do that, which makes a funny edge really if you're going to do front post, back
Yeah, no,
post.
but it's useful in the fact that
It stretches,
got,
yeah.
because, you know, there are times where
Yeah,
if you want to crochet from the other side, you've got that.
yeah. So I found out that if I start off at the bottom with the ribbing, I've got to be really careful. I've got to do
Yeah.
a really big hook to do the chain. You know, before I
Yeah.
start doing the... Because then otherwise it doesn't stretch.
Yeah.
I crochet really tight chains. So if I have a cardigan, it goes like that to the bottom. I've got a couple upstairs that do that.
Yeah.
And I can't button them.
Those will be finally finished.
Well, my finally finished, nowhere near finally finished. I
But-
still haven't stitched the cardigans together, still haven't stitched them. I don't
Yeah,
know
but you
why I'm
will.
not in a stitching up mood. I've got 2 to stitch up and I
Yeah.
want 3 to stitch up when I finish this pink one.
Oh, now I've got to prioritise for, you know, when I have a little bit of time.
Oh, I've been at... Ooh, I forgot. Wonder where I was going there. I've been doing a bit in the craft room, only a little bit each day. We've got to the stage where we've hung the curtain. Well, not hung them on the windows. We've hung the curtains
so they drop.
So the creases drop out of them. They're rather nice.
They are very nice.
Pink and purpley like patchwork, imitation patchwork. I wanted darker colours, a bit similar to this, but they were so terribly expensive, so I had to compromise.
Yeah, but they're a very nice compromise.
It's nice, it's compromise, yes. So I just do about an hour, because it's not.
Yeah, but it's looking good now. You know, there's like flour.
Yeah, it's not hot here, but it's like clammy, muggy, clammy heat. And yesterday when I was in there, you know, I could feel the sweat running down my face. The hair was wringing wet through. It's a good job I decided to do it before I had my shower, because, you know.
Yeah.
I decided I do that now, if I can. I stick yesterday's dress on when I get up. And then I go and do an hour or half an hour or whatever in the craft room. And then I go in the shower.
Yeah.
Because once I've had my shower, I don't feel like getting all hot and sweaty again.
No.
Yeah. So I have to do it the other way around. Or I'll do it a bit in the afternoon when it doesn't matter. Because I'll be getting a shower the following day, you know what I mean? And nobody here to smell me armpits. That's a lovely subject, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, ladies, don't you? You know what I mean. And guys. Oh dear.
No, but it's looking good.
I should be glad when it's finished.
It's just lovely to be able to see what you've got. I must admit, that's, you know, the thing that you think, ooh.
Yeah.
You can actually see
I
what's there.
Don't know how I'm going to organise those in the garage yet, but that's another problem for another day. Yeah. So, we moved the sofa, haven't we? Outside. Because when the thing blows up, it was frightening Gigi to death. Because the wind was getting underneath the tarp and it was like, whoa, and it was frightening him, so we've tucked it under. Unravel the seats, we sat in them, they were nice and comfy.
They are really rather comfy.
But we couldn't do a video outside because next door at the bottom, you know, the one that has the little girls on the trampoline, they're having something done woodworking, so he's got electric saw going, so we didn't want to sit out there with this.
No.
You know. And next doors were out anyway. You know, the ones we don't talk about. The kids were trying to talk to me yesterday. I thought, oh, I'm not talking to them. You know, I know it sounds mean, but I just didn't want to get involved. So I just set off my scooter and went. Had my eyes tested. Yeah.
You can still see then.
Oh yeah.
Very.
I still got two eyes. One's a bit dodgy, but I've still got two eyes.
Good.
Getting a new pair of glasses just for reading. He says, do you drive? I went, no. I said, only my scooter, and it only goes like 6 miles an hour, so I think I'm okay to see on that, yeah. So I don't need any distance glasses. Which was good, because I would have had to pay for them. You only got one pair.
Right, I'm with you.
For.
Yeah.
But I had to pay the whole sum of £10 because I've chose another frame.
Flipping
different. So I pushed the boat out and spent £10.
Yeah, a whole tenner. Flipping no.
That's the beauty of this country. At least they do look after us in one respect.
Yeah.
We get the eye test for free because I'm over 65 or 60, whatever it is. And I can also get a pair of glasses. They're not superb frames. They're not what you probably would choose if you were going out walking around, you know.
But you have to say in that, you know, the NHS glasses from like, you know, the 50s and 60s.
They used to be like John Lennon, didn't they? Those round frames.
Yeah, and then, you know, in the 70s, they had those like,
big
like clear pink and blue, you know, but it was like NHS frames then.
And the men
they came back in fashion a few years ago, didn't they?
Black ones, didn't they? They were only one colour, black.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least if you haven't got any money over here and you're on a benefit, at least you can get glasses. You can actually see what you're doing, you know. So, I mean, I'm not grumbling. Even though I had to pay £10 extra for this pair of frames I liked. I mean, before I used to spend about £100 because by the time you'd finished paying for your eye test, and then you chose your frames and you got your lenses and stuff, and I always used to have reactor light. when I drove. So that if you suddenly go into a patch of sunlight, they go dark, you know, you don't...
The only problem is the other way around. If you had to go into a tunnel or something, it's just, they're just useless because they might react, but not very quickly.
No, you're like, where's the side of the tunnel? You have to go, take them up a bit. But I used to love them in reactor lights. But once they get old, they stop reacting. They either stay dark, or they don't go dark. Mine went dark and stayed dark. But I didn't mind that because I'd stopped driving by then. Yeah. So they were like, you know, like prescription sunglasses.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I do miss prescription sunglasses if I go away anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, because you want to read or something when you're on the beach. You have to take your ordinary glasses and squint, you know. But then I wear them. Docking great sun hats, don't I? Gone with the wind. I can't find my hat pins. They're in that safe place. I don't know where I put them.
Safe places, don't you just love them?
I bought one, put it in a safe place, couldn't find it. Bought another one, found the first one, put 2 of them in a safe place. So now I've lost both of them.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Figures, doesn't it? Figures. We just say we've got...
No, it's human. It's being human. It's being, you know...
We decided when we were having a cup of coffee, tea, before that we had degrees in stupid.
Yeah. I've got a first and Jan's got honours.
Yeah.
Her words, not mine.
Yeah, I've got a BA honours, mine.
Yeah.
Or is it an MA that's farther up into MA?
Yeah.
Got an MA honours.
All right, then I'll have a BA in stupid.
Yeah, and I'll have an MA.
You can have an MA.
I'm having an MA in stupid, yeah.
Yeah, with honours.
The only degree I'll ever get.
Well, we've got degree in life.
Yes.
Which means more than any degree that any 25-year-old comes out with.
The University of Life. That's
Yeah.
where we've been, isn't it? My dad did say I got a degree in talking, but that was by the way.
That means right.
My dad's nickname for me was Joey Bird because we had a budgie at the time when I was little. You know, if you don't know what a budgie is. It's like a canary, but it's a budgie. And... I don't know what the difference is.
Canary, but it's a budgie.
Budgies are green and canaries are yellow, that's all I know.
We get blue budgies.
Oh, don't make it awkward. We had a green budgie called Joey, because all of our budgies were always called Joey because we must have had about 6 budgies because they kept escaping or dying or whatever.
Just makes life easy, doesn't it?
And we had one that wouldn't shut up. Yeah? And it was all day long. And my dad used to call me Joey Bird because he said, you're just worse than that bird. When we got a TV, we had to cover it up.
Sorry, it's like a canary, but it's...
What's the budgie? I don't know whether you have budgies in the... We call them budgie. It's a green canary. It's a budgie. A budgerigar.
Just tickled me that, sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know whether they have budgies over there.
I'm sure they do.
Do you have budgerigars? Let me know. But we always call them budgies, you see, so I mean, I don't know what a budgie is. Oh dear.
It's a bit early to descend into
giggles, yeah. My son had 2 birds when they first got me. They were Trish's birds. I don't know what they were, but my God, they would not shut up. They weren't parakeets, but you know, they were little things, and they used to whitter. They drove only a mental thing.
Oh, I knew a chap once, and it's like he had a budgie.
Yeah.
And he used to think, oh, I'll let it out, and it flew round living room. What I wouldn't have given for a tennis racket. Oh God, that bird used to do me head in,
don't they?
Oh,
and then they
away
go
from me.
And then they go zoom, and they had to poop.
Oh no, I'd give anything for a tennis racket.
And
I'm an animal lover.
The one I loved the best was my friend had a myna bird. Myna. And we were watching TV, and it was in a huge cage. It was, you know, they used to let it out as well, but it was in a massive cage. It wasn't a little...
They're well known for talking, aren't they, man?
Talks. We were watching TV, and every time a siren came on or anything came on, he'd imitate them. And he was called Peter. And then she'd say, do you want a drink? And he'd go, Peter wants a drink. Peter'd like a drink. Peter wants a drink. Yeah, okay, Peter, you can have a drink. And then she'd bring him in and he goes, I said Peter wants a drink. And she was as bad. And then he used to say something like, you going yet? You going yet? She said, go right.
Oh.
And then she used to try and put the cover over it and he kept saying, it's not bedtime, it's not bedtime. It was a real, and it used to wolf whistle at you and say, okay, oh, I love that bird. You could say anything to it and it would just repeat it, yeah. It was a lovely bird. Peter, it was called. Well, it's long dead now, unless they live forever.
No, I don't think so.
I'd only be about 13 or 14 when she had that minor bird.
Right.
But,
No, they're well known for talking, aren't they?
There used to be one, I used to work at it's now the NatWest Bank, but when I was 18, my first job was in the National Provincial Bank. And it was next door to a pub. And they had a huge minor bird that used to sit in the window of the pub.
Yeah.
And when I first started working there, I kept saying, I don't know who keeps wolf whistling at me. And they all started laughing. They said, it's the bird. Wolf whistled at by a bird. Because I used to think I was the bee's knees, you know, with the high heels and the pencil skirt when I was, 18? Little trim figure. Not
that's
like I am now.
You do, don't you? But
the Madonna bra.
It's the bird.
It was the bird that was wolf whistling at me. Blooming bird.
I must admit they're quite clear in what they say as well. I know parrots talk, but
yeah, you have to listen to what parrots say.
But you know that minor birds are quite.
Yeah.
I was surprised. They,
Yeah, cockatiels. They were the birds that Trish had.
Right.
When Harry and first got them, I don't know what happened to them, but I'm sure they. I would like to think they sold them. I don't think they did anything else to them. I think they went somewhere else. I think they had to find a new home.
Right-o.
Yeah. When Harry and first married, they had cats. They've got cats now. They had Buster.
Yeah.
And that was the one that finished up being my dog. And they had cats, 2 cats, and they had these blooming cockatiels. I don't know what they were called, they had names. But they finished up with 3 dogs now. No cats. Buster was brought up with cats, he didn't mind cats at all.
Yeah.
But apparently Sky, no.
No, didn't like them.
No. Skies are like, and Poppy, squirrels. Oh. You've already got to mention the squirrel and she's off like a rocket. She never catches them.
You see, if I get a dog, I'm going to have to get a dog that likes cats.
Yeah. Well, I don't think... Oh, Gigi's asleep in his basket. Sue bought him a basket. He's fast asleep in there. I got told that he was not poorly this morning, but he was a bit on the quiet side. He came in, did about 3 laps of the lounge and the dining room, dashed upstairs, came back down again, went round the garden, and I thought, oh...
He's not very well then, is he?
Not very well, are you, Gigi? I don't know whether he suddenly perked up when he got here or what, I don't know. Maybe he was sleepy when he arrived.
I'm woken up properly. We're all guilty of that sometimes, aren't we?
He certainly woke up when he came in here. He was like... Phew.
And do you know what? And I thought the cushion that you put in that...
Yeah.
Where did I put it? Whatever.
We put it in
I thought it was a bit too high, but it's just right.
No,
height really for him to put his chin on end.
Yeah, he likes to put his chin on the plastic rim that goes... Yeah. It's covered over the plastic rim with a blanket. It's not like plastic under his chin. But he likes to sleep with his head.
Yeah.
Buster used to do the same. Sleep with his head or something. I just said to Sue before, Sky sleeps with her head hanging off the sofa. And if he tries to lift her head up and put it back on the sofa, she just flops it back over it. She likes to sleep with the blood rushing to her head, obviously. Yeah. So what have you got planned for the rest of the week while I have a drink?
I'm going to... up into Scotland tomorrow. To near Perth. Knock Hill race circuit.
Oh.
We're going watching the round of British Superbikes from
right.
Knock Hill. So that's what I'm doing up the next few days.
Right. That's a change from fishing, isn't it?
It is, but...
Not that Sue fishes.
No. But then I'm back at work on Tuesday. And I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in work. and then I'm off the weekend. So next week is just going to be a bit manic.
Bit manic, yeah. So where you going the weekend after then? Nowhere?
Nowhere, I don't think.
No.
No.
She's prone to sudden bounce of Scotland.
No, I must admit, this one was sort of planned.
Yeah.
You know, we've had the tickets for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go to watch the racing, but it was a case of where. And I thought, oh,
Scotland.
we'll go
Racing.
to the one in Scotland.
Yeah.
They only have one round up there.
You
Because
going
I
there?
don't think there's that many race circuits in Scotland, but
I didn't think there was any race circuits in Scotland, but
there is, you see, you live and learn.
I did. Not to follow biking, but
But no, it's up near Perth,
Yeah.
I think. Or did he say Dunfermline? We're staying somewhere near Dunfermline.
anybody Scottish out there? Don't know.
I might have got it all mixed up with thinking about, other
Yeah.
travels in Scotland. But no, I know it's near Dunfermline.
I was sort of osmosis biker because my son's a biker, my daughter-in-law's a biker, Sue's a biker. So I sort of osmosis some biker,
Yeah.
but not really. I've never felt the urge to buy a bike.
Oh,
I've rode pillion a few times when I was younger. But now I think I'd be scared to death of being a bit big unless they have a big bike. I'd get in a sidecar.
I used to have a sidecar,
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was sort of like re-entering the world of biking after having 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? And for a bit of independence as well, I just thought, do you know what I mean? Kids could get a sidecar. Anyway, it festered and festered and festered in my
Yeah.
brain. And as luck had it, one at local dealers got one in.
Yeah.
And after a very iffy start with it,
Yeah.
I loved it. It could take kids and everything. Although my daughter now says that I've scarred her for life.
Yeah. Well, I said I was going to get a sidecar, be like Wallace and Gromit, and take Buster out.
Yeah.
And then Irene said, no, you've got to pass your bike test
We could have
without...
done 2 fat ladies, couldn't we?
Yeah. You've got to
We
pass
could
your
have done-
bike test without the sidecar. And I thought...
No, you don't. You can't. I'm sure you can pass it with a sidecar.
And then,
Oh,
I mean, at one time you could ride forever with L plates if you were a car driver.
Yeah.
They never
But
used
now
to
you've
stop
got
you, but
to-
now you've got to book your test and have it done. You just stuck L plates on a
Yeah.
bike, didn't you?
Yeah.
And rode off into the sunset.
Yeah, as long as it was no bigger than a certain cc.
Yeah, and so long as you had a driver's licence.
Yeah.
But now I don't even have a driver's licence. I let it lapse. It was a choice between getting my passport renewed or getting my driver's licence renewed. And I thought, well, I do have a slim chance of going abroad someday.
Yeah.
But I still haven't renewed my passport.
I know mine needs doing. Needs to do mine.
Yeah. So if somebody buys me a nice holiday abroad, you'll have to wait while I renew my passport. Just hinting, Somebody feels
Well, that's
like...
it. Or anybody knows where there is, a nice big bike and sidecar.
Yeah. Or
And we
somebody...
can go for that, and
Somebody pays for that cruise.
we'll ride off into the sunset, Jan.
Yeah.
You've got your rain poncho, haven't you, from your scooter? So there you go.
Put Gigi in and carry her on the back.
Yeah. Well, no, you can sit on your knee.
Yeah. Yeah, in a sidecar he could, yeah.
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 Hey, I've seen some really nice bike and sidecars with really
Yeah.
big, lovely, sidecars,
Yeah.
properly covered and everything, dead comfy.
A friend of mine's got a trike. She couldn't...
Oh, now I can't,
She couldn't ride a bike.
I just
She
never
wasn't...
understood trikes.
Yeah, I don't think she was steady on a
Yeah.
bike, so she got a trike. I'll be alright on a trike.
Although, no, bike and sidecar, I can understand that, because if you've
Yeah.
got to transport a family.
Yeah.
But, a trike, when there's still only room for 2 on it, you just
Yeah.
think, well,
And of course you get all the weather on a trike, don't you?
yeah.
But you still get the weather on a bike and sidecar unless you drove it from inside
Oh,
to
no, on it
sidecar.
rider. On it rider.
Yeah, and I don't ride.
Well, I do, so...
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm
we
not
will.
riding pillion on your bike.
Why not?
We're doing a wheelie down the road. With the way to me on the back of it, she'd be up in the air.
Hey up, we've walked Gigi up.
Hello, Gigi. Do you want to come and say hello to everybody? Come here, sweetie pie. Here he is. He's woken up.
There we go.
He says, I'm feeling a bit sleepy.
Oh yeah, and then pricked his ears up.
Yeah.
Just to make liars out of us, eh?
Why are you licking your lips? You've not been eating anything. Oop.
He says, I've got a belch.
I've got to belch. Where's the silent one?
He says you're talking about me now.
As long as he doesn't do whiffies, we're alright. Well, he's not facing Sue this time, so...
Well, no, that's fine. Don't turn him round.
Whenever I turn him round, he always does a whiffy right in Sue's face.
Could do without that.
Are you alright, baby? You say hello to your friends? Your fans, eh?
He says, do I have to?
That wonder where you are when you're not here. Eh? Oh, I don't know if I'm allergic to it today or what.
No, it'll be some sort of pollen.
It's probably
It's
running
the
through
time,
the grass.
time of year for it.
Yeah. You alright, baby?
Because we're coming up to the time of year I get...
I was
it's
like
usually
that.
always July and it's grass pollen.
I was like that. Not... When did I do a video? Because somebody thought I was crying when I first got on me. Because I kept saying I've not got a cold. My eyes were streaming, my nose were streaming. And somebody had written underneath, gosh, we thought you were crying at first when you started the video. But that's how I felt. I was like, hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I never got hay fever until I was what? I was in my late 30s, I must have been.
I could only get it with grass if my dad cut the grass.
Yeah.
Or if they cut the grass at school, you know.
Yeah.
The playing ground,
Yeah.
playing fields. And it used to come wafting through the window because he had them big electric mowers, the groundsman.
Oh no, 2 or 3 years on the run we went to Isle of Man. And come back and like, you know, it was like within 3 days. Nose was streaming, eyes were all puffed up and everything, and it's grass pollen.
Yeah.
Because we used to be up near Derby Airfield.
Me and my son used to get it down. I don't know if it was Torquay or whether it was Bournemouth, I can't remember.
It's a fly.
But it was where they have a lot of pine trees.
Right.
And both my son and I get really, you know, like really bad with it.
Yeah.
It sort of brings out any, you know, catarrh that you might have.
Yeah.
It's good for you because it gets rid of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But oh, we're miserable for about 3 days. I can't remember if it was Torquay. I know Torquay's got the palm trees, hasn't it? So maybe it was Bournemouth that has the pine trees.
I have no idea. I've been
They've
to
got-
Torquay, but it was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long, long time ago when we went. And when we went to Bournemouth, oh, that's the door creaking.
The door.
When we went to Bournemouth, it flooded. All the gardens, they've got a central garden area in Bournemouth, and it dips down. All the roads like lead down to it, and it was underwater. And we were there with our ponchos on, and I didn't have any Wellingtons, so I was wearing an old pair of flip flops.
Right.
And the goldfish had come out of the lake. It was swimming on the path.
Oh.
I nearly trod on a goldfish. And I was like, shoo, shoo, go back in the pool, shoo, shoo. And I was thinking, I hope it gets back in the pool, you know, when the water starts to go down. Oh, it was awful, it was really. And I always remember we went to see, who did we go to see?
Koi carp, that's what they are, aren't they, those ornamental?
Yeah, that's the door banging, by the way. I can't remember who we went to see. But I always remember we were late. It was a comedian.
Yeah.
And we were late.
Oh, you didn't get...
Yeah, we were right near the front and we got, you know, nice of you to join us, you know. Oh, dead embarrassed. Creeping down to the front like, you know, where have you been well now and all this jazz. Because my ex, he joins in, he goes, have you seen it outside? Have you seen it? He said, we it down with rain. And the bus wouldn't go down into the town centre because it was flooded. So we had to wade our way, like, down through the town centre. And our Ian didn't want to be waded because he was only little at the time. So Alan was carrying him and he was never a light boy, you know. So we got there late.
Oh, gosh.
Because the bus wouldn't take us down there. He says, I'm not going down there. Stop it here. Go. Everybody off the bus.
Right, well, I've just noticed
The time she's got to come.
I've got to go. I'm on granddaughter duty.
Yeah, and whenever she leaves here late, there's always a tremendous amount of traffic.
Oh. And you can't weigh it up because sometimes you can fly up, you know, up that motorway, and then there's other times you think,
where's everybody come from?
yeah, why is the world moving when I want to move?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I live near the motorway. It's only about a mile up the road,
Yeah.
isn't it? And some days, you know, you just, if you're going over it, you just stop and have a look, and it's just chock-a-block.
Yeah.
Absolutely chock-a-block, and you think, there's no reason. There's not been an accident. Unfortunately, we have jumpers that come off the bridges around
Right,
here.
yeah.
We think there's not been a jumper, there's not been an accident, you know, what is it?
Just volume of traffic sometimes, and it just you know, but
Yeah.
you can never tell. But because I'm on the school run, I've got to
Got to be there. on
got to
time.
make sure I've got the right.
Got to be there for free,
Yeah.
otherwise you panic. Well, she
Well,
probably
I'd
wouldn't.
panic.
She
No,
probably
she'd
wouldn't.
just
She'd be just
right,
stuck.
grandma.
Where's she gone?
Yeah.
Arian were like that. My dad would have to find, if my dad was a bit late, you know, he'd have to try and find him, maybe somewhere leaning on a wall somewhere or whatever. He was completely nonplussed, you know. Because he had no watch on, so he had no idea what time it was, you know.
Right, shall I leave you running?
No, we're going to go. We're going to say bye.
All right. So.
Bye, because I've got nothing else to say. So we might as well just say bye-bye, and we will see you very soon.
Yes, hopefully see you soon.
And you may see Kelly tomorrow. We will try to make a video because we left it too late last week.
Right off.
So there was no video
Yeah.
of me and Kelly. So we'll try, me and Kelly will try tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye now.